second age of reason. We're here today to talk about something that may be becoming more topical: sick days or sick leave. It seemed as though at one point it was pretty much standard practice, usual and customary, to give people 10 sick days a year. And for a long time, people would use their 10 sick days whether they were sick or not. However, things have been changing over time. In fact, in the past, it was even more generous. If you worked for a city or a county or a state and you're in the government, you could accrue those sick days so that you could use more sick. You could just not use the sick days, and they would roll over to the next year, and the next year, and the next year, and you could eventually build up months of sick time, with the idea that you might use that when you're older and get more sick, and are out for a longer period of time. And in some cases, it's turned out to be a retirement benefit nest egg. So that's true of those entities, but not true of regular businesses. So it depends. I'm just going to try and say, where are you generally in terms of sick time or sick leave? Things have changed. At one point, companies came up with the idea and said, well, you could use your sick time for yourself, or if somebody in your family took ill, you could take your child home from school and look after them. And now, well, they decided to pass a law about that. But the law has in the contingency that they don't have to pay you. It's unpaid sick leave.
And I don't know why I heard I say buzz.
Also, there's the case of some companies say we don't have sick leave, and other companies will say that you can only take 6 days if you yourself are really sick, and you may be expected to bring in a doctor's excuse. So not only do you probably lose some pay, especially if you're a tipped worker, but you have the added expense of going to the doctor.
I got 96 tears and 96 eyes.
What's interesting, though, is in this city we had a referendum on the election about should companies provide sick time as a matter of city policy. And in the election, that policy won by a wide margin. However, businesses quick ran and had a court injunction against the sick leave measure, saying that they can't afford sick leave.
Baby, I don't care, 'cause baby, I don't scare.
They can't. So apparently, if you are sick, you should come to work sick, or you should stay home and not get paid. Or maybe you shouldn't come to work at all, and you just don't need a job anyway, because you could just whatever. So the questions I'm asking is, where is sick leave going for all of us? Especially as they're going to coordinate more of the health benefits through the government, because more and more people are losing health insurance. So that's just a question. Does your sick leave 10 straight days? Is it that you have to make it up? My company sometimes says use your vacation days for sick days.
Baby, I don't care, 'cause baby, I don't scare.
And sometimes they'll tell you to use a leave of absence without pay, or use short-term disability with less pay. So where are your companies stand on it? And do you think anything needs to be done about it? Are you satisfied with that? So that's my question for the day, and we'll be talking to you later. So long.